Alrighty, hello guys, welcome me faces back to another video on my channel. Today we are back in Sprocket yet again, and today we're going to be designing a very small tank. Hopefully it's going to look a little bit like a Jeep with a autocannon on the back. Now, it's not going to be a huge autocannon, at least I don't think, anyway. But let's go ahead and start building, and hopefully we can come up with something nice. Let's do this. Alright, so I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, but let's go ahead and try and work it out together. So, we are going to go straight to compartments, and we're going to go to freeform hulls. There we go. We're then going to go to mobility, go to fenders, and get rid of those. There we go, very nice. We're then going to try and figure out some of the track stuff. So I'm going to bring this all forwards like this. I'm going to make the track width very, very tiny. There you go. The sprocket is going to be very small as well. The idler wheel is also going to be tiny, as well as the mount size on both of them. So diameter that tiny, mount size tiny, get rid of this, make it very, very skinny. There we go. And that looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so now that we've done that, what I want to do is get rid of these guys. We don't need return rollers. Bosh. I only want... I don't know, actually. I only sort of want... 2 road wheels, so I don't know how this is gonna go, but let's go to road wheels straight away. We will make them into these, there we go, and we will space them, hopefully quite far, so that it looks a little bit like a car. There you go. Alright, I think that's fine. It looks a bit odd, but I think that'll be okay, maybe. So the plan is to actually fit this within this guy, and hopefully that'll be fine. So separation, we actually bring that all the way in like so. There you go, and then we have just those wheels showing. So when we go to drive, it looks like that. I think that's okay. Okay, so from there, we're going to go ahead and grab this guy and send it forwards like this. Obviously, we are going to have it sort of cover the tracks themselves, so we'll do something like that as well. Bring this guy backwards, again, has to cover that, but that's okay. We should be able to get away with this. So let's drop this down like so. I will actually angle this guy slightly backwards like that. There we go. And honestly, I think it should be a little bit taller than that. So let's bring this guy upwards just a little bit. There we go. And that looks kind of cool. Yeah, I think that's fine. It might be a little bit too wide, actually. So let's go and bring this in a little bit more. There we go. Fantastic. Which does mean we have to go back to mobility and drag those guys in as well. There we go. Very nice. And that is the base of our car. It looks weird, but it should work. Okay, so one thing that I do want to do is sort of like split this a bunch of times. So I'm going to split that there. I'm then going to split it again. I'm then going to split this guy. There we go. At these guys, these points right here, we're going to actually bring this out. Same with this one. There we go. Do that kind of thing. There we go. Cool. We're going to drag this guy backwards and actually do both of those. Send them backwards to about there. I think I'm also just going to bring this guy backwards to here as well. This one can come forwards, and then I think I want to split this too. Bring that guy upwards to just above the wheel, go to faces, grab this one, and do this. There you go. So just behind the wheels, we're actually going to go ahead and try and poke them in a little bit, which may or may not be a good idea, but I think it'll look cool. So the separation then needs to go inwards a little bit more. And yeah, I think that actually looks pretty awesome. We're going to do the same thing on the back as well if we can. So split this. There we go, split it again, split this guy, obviously drag that one backwards to around there, go to faces, grab each of these, and do this type of thing. There we go. Alright, that looks, I mean, it looks weird, yes, but kind of cool. Alright, so I think from there, we're actually going to go to about this point right here, hopefully, and drop this down would be really nice. But I think dropping that down is going to be a bit of an issue, so let's not quite do that. And we will pretty much leave the sides like this. It looks a bit odd. The front looks like it's a bit too far out, but there's not really too much I can actually do about that. So we're going to have to sort of just leave it. Okay, cool. So let's go to compartments, grab this guy, and extend those upwards. There we go. Obviously, that's fine. Go ahead and drag this inwards just a little bit. And I think I'm going to go to the front of this and just drag that bit backwards too. There we go. So yeah, it looks weird, but hopefully that's fine. Okay, cool. We're then going to extend this guy this way. We're going to grab this one and extend it upwards. There we go. And that is going to be our glass, I guess. So that's actually going to be quite high. There we go. Fantastic. Looks a bit weird, but sure. In fact, actually, let's drop that down a little bit. And we'll leave it there like that. That's fine. I'll actually drop this backwards too. There we go. And I think I do actually want to extend these guys out the sides. Drop them down a little bit so it looks kind of cool. And push them in a little bit too. There we go. Honestly, as long as that sort of fits, or at least somewhat fits, I think I'm happy with that. There we go. All right, awesome. I also actually want to go to this point. If I can grab it properly. No, it's not that one. Is it this one? Yes, it is. So we're going to drop that down and drag it inward slightly. And there we go. So this is what we currently have. You know what? It's weird, but I think it'll work. All right, cool. So that is what we're going to go with so far. I mean, it looks kind of interesting. It sort of should work, I suppose. So yeah, let's go to mobility. Go to engine, I think. Yeah, vents. We're going to go with one of these shoved directly onto the front. It is going to look kind of out of place, maybe, possibly. But let's go ahead and push this in. Drop it down slightly. And I think I might actually do something like this. And then we can actually push that in all the way to about there. Oh no, further out. There we go. It's going to have to go like that. Which is a little bit odd, but at the same time, sure. But at the same time, sure, we're going to go with it. So drag these guys inwards a little bit. We're going to need some lights on there. So that will be our next thing after the exhaust. So we're just going to shove one of these on the bottom at the back. Here we go. And actually, I think I might just do this. There you go. So make this tiny, and we'll just shove that there like that. Honestly, I think that's fine. Okay, cool. So we got our vent on the front. That's okay. Let's go to crew real quick. Go to lights. Grab one of these. Obviously, we're going to need two of those, so we get two. We are going to extend this to be, like, massive. Sort of like that. We're going to shrink it a little bit this way. Shrink it a little bit this way. And drag it down. And hopefully backwards and in. I don't know how that's going to go, but there we go. Some little lights on the front. Kind of cool. I mean, it's not the best, obviously, but it's not terrible, and that's all that matters. All right, grab these again. We are going to actually shrink this like so. And I'm actually going to go ahead and grab these two and do this as well. There we go, very nice. And I would actually really like to drop these down so they're not very high at all. There we go, I think that's fine. Okay, back to this. Drag this guy outwards again, so it's on show. And there we go. Kind of cool. Okay, so the same thing that we've done back there, we're actually going to do around here. So we are actually going to go and extend this guy upwards a little bit. And this is going to act like our seat. Whether it actually is our seat or not, I'm not sure. But we're going to go with it anyway. And we can pretend that that is actually our little seating area. I'm sure that's fine. This obviously is going to be where our gun goes, mounted on the back. And that should be fine too. Okay, so with that being said, let's go to crew real quick. We're going to grab these guys, and they're going to go sideways onto there. Kind of like this, actually. There we go, so somewhat like that. There we go, good. We're going to drag this guy upwards, and sort of outwards too. There we go, and yes, it looks weird, but I think it actually works out quite nicely. Right, okay, cool. So, I'd actually really like to put these guys on the sides, just like this. They're sort of poking off a little bit, but that's fine. And we'll have them on both sides, because I think that's okay. Alright, good. This keeps going inwards, and it's really annoying me. So drag that back out. There we go. Right, okay. What else do we need? Rear lights. I guess we can just shove two of those on there. Utilities. I don't know. Structural. I guess we can go with some big old ladder thingamabobbies on the back. There we go. So we're going to do that. Some ladders on the front might actually make some sense too. So I'm actually going to do this. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and put these on there too. There you go. Just in case you need pulling at some point, we can have them. There we go. Alright, good. I am very pleased with this. Driver's view is actually going to go here. Sort of hidden. There we go. We should be able to move now. Oh, look at it go! Yes! Beep, beep, I'm sheep. Said beep, beep, I'm sheep. Hey, nice. Alright, cool. Do the lights work? Front ones never do, but the back ones do. Awesome. Yeah, alright, cool. We're going to get a gun, and we're going to mount it on the rear now. Okay, so this is our stick for our gun. I think what I'm going to do is actually just drop this down like so. I was thinking about adding another turret onto this one, so that we can actually have it aim up and down properly. But honestly, I think it'll work just the same if we just add something normal. Kind of like this, essentially. Onto there that can go up and down and side to side. Honestly, I think that's sort of fine. So we are going to actually attach that directly onto there. The gun itself is going to be a 25mm gun. There you go. So it's going to be relatively small. The barrel is going to stay pretty much the same. And the propellant length is going to be 555. Okay. So that looks weird. Sure. What we're going to do now is actually split this guy. Here we go. Split, yes. Drag this guy upwards to here. And we're going to have this poke out a little bit. So we're going to extend these out sideways. Like that. There we go. We're going to do this again. And we're going to drop these guys backwards. So it looks like handles. We're then obviously going to have to grab the gun. And we're going to shove it onto there again. And I guess there will actually be a guy standing back here. But I'm not going to put anyone there. So that's a thing. Anyway, let's go ahead and mount this to the front end. I do want to be able to see, so one would be fine. And we're just going to go ahead and shove it here. Sort of centrally, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and drag it upwards again, just so that we can see. So, there we go. Yes, that's sick. We got our car, we got our gun. We are ready to go, guys. We are so ready. You know, I was actually thinking I would like to split this, but now if I split something, everything's going to move, and that's not something that I want to do. So we're going to leave this pretty much as it is. Let's go to firepower, grab ourselves some ammunition. We are going to shove a boatload inside of here. There we go. And we're going to shove it right there like that. That is fine. So now when I shoot... I want it to be an autocannon as well, so we're going to increase the fire rate. But yeah, other than that, we're pretty much good to go. Okay, this might be more dangerous than I expected, but let's go ahead and see. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that is kind of what I wanted. So we're good. We are good to go. Right, we are going to use this in an actual battle. I am not going to put any armor onto this thing, so if we get shot, it will probably die. But let's do this and see what happens. Okay, here we go. So we have 8 vehicles versus 6 enemies. Obviously, our turrets are going to be... Oh, I did just get shot twice. I've been shot a few times now. Yeah, but if we get our things on target, we will destroy the enemies. Hopefully pretty easily. Here we go. I don't know whether he's dead already. Someone else shot him and killed him. Nice. All right, continuing, guys. Jeeps galore, let's go! The front end is obviously a little bit too big, but there's not too much I can really do about that, unfortunately. That guy alive? That guy has to be dead, right? Nobody seems to be shooting him. So I guess it's the boss tank left, and that is what everybody is currently shooting at. That guy over there somewhere. Alright, let's drive in, guys. Come on, get in there. Okay, so we do need to change the gear ratio on this, and the engine itself. That is something that I didn't even look at, to be honest. But that would be a good thing to look at. I am peppering this tank. I don't think any of our rounds are going through, so I'm going to stop shooting until we get to a point where we can shoot it. So here we go. I think I'm aiming too high. Alright, here we go. We're around the back. There we go. Very nice. Very nice indeedy. Awesome. So there is one thing that I do want to do, and that is actually go to this face and delete it. Go to this and delete it. There we go. We're then going to go to the points. So this one, this one, this one, and this one, and fill. This one, that one, and that one, and fill. That one, that one, that one, and that one, fill. And then we're going to have to do these guys. And fill. There we go. So we do actually have an open bit of glass right there if we need it. Very cool. Very cool indeedy. Yeah, very interesting vehicular device. And it totally works. There we go. We eventually got him. Nice. I have been tracked, which seems weird in a car, but that is true. That is what's happened. And I think I'm being shot by that guy up there. I think one of our Jeeps is on its way up there to annihilate that guy, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to turn my gun around. We're going to aim it up. And we're going to pop this guy in his face. Okay, I can't tell if he's dead or not. Is he already dead? I think he's already dead. So there you go. Nice. Anyway, if you've ever wanted to build a Jeep in this game, you totally sort of can. Even though it's obviously a very dumb one. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here for now. Thank you guys very much for watching. It's just a very dumb video. Just a silly one. But it was fun. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Goodbye.